Hi! Welcome to my show, Cooking with Curlee. Remember, this is the third of 4 series of how to make the best holiday dinner. Step number 1, we did roasted carrots in a cilantro honey butter. And then, to top it off, for season number 2 or session number 2, we did mashed potatoes. Not just any mashed potatoes, but the world's greatest mashed potatoes. Well, now we're on step 3. And next week, we'll be on step 4, where we'll do the main entree. But for season 3, or series 3, we're going to do something a little different, a little creative. We're going to do a salad. But the reason I say it's creative is because it's up to you to be creative. But no matter what you choose, I recommend your favorites. The main thing you need to make a great salad is croutons. That's right. I'm going to show you today how to make the best croutons to complement any salad. I promise your salad is going to be delicious because of those delicious croutons. All right? So let's get started. First, we're going to get some bread. We're going to get some, it's Pullman bread, but really you want to get a thick crusted bread. And by using this, you can get good chunks. I like them a little chunky. You can do your size, but I like them a little big. So the first thing you want to do is you want to get the edges off. Get that crust off there, right? Nobody wants to eat the crust. In fact, I kind of like my sandwiches without crust. I used to hear that was the best part, or the stuff that was good for you, but I'm not too sure about that. But I like to take the crust off, okay? So I'm going to take the crust off here, and then we're going to cut them into cubes. Now, usually put the bread in the freezer. That's going to help you a lot just to kind of cut through this. But you want to use a serrated knife, or else you'll kind of smush the bread. So this way, you can get some really good squares there, okay? You see how that works? All right. Now, I've got the measurements just to keep in mind and the recipe under the descriptions. Just a reminder to you, try to subscribe. But most importantly, let's hear some comments too. That'd be fun, just to hear what you're thinking or asking or wondering about. All right, so we've got the bread right here. All right, see those chunks? See how that goes like that? All right, and then we're going to put 3 cups in a bowl. And in that bowl, we're going to put all of that. But, well, we got to measure it. I'm sorry. I think we've got almost all that right there in 3 cups. But we'll make sure it's 3 cups. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So once we get that, remember that bread is still fresh or soft, right? So we want to take that bread and we want to put it in a pan. And that pan has to be a regular pan just to get it all kind of crispy. So I'm going to put it in here. It's a dirty pan, but that pan will work, okay? It's actually clean, but it's got a lot of use to it, right? But we're going to put it on the pan, separate it a little bit. And remember, see how soft it is? We want that to get kind of crisp, right, and dry. So we're going to put this in the oven for 250 degrees. And then for about 10 minutes. But we're going to have to check it. You want to make sure it's going to be really crispy, okay? All right, how was everybody's day today? Yeah, I hope you had a great day today. So while that's cooking in the oven, I thought that we would learn how to make the butter, the crouton butter. Well, it's garlic too, but it's crouton butter. And the crouton butter is what really makes them delicious. Say, have you ever had a salad where you went and you had croutons and you buy them at the store? I got to tell you, not just once, but 100% of the time, those croutons aren't very good. You know, you feel good because you put a crouton in there, but to be honest with you, I think it doesn't do justice to the hard work or the delicious salad that you made. When you make these croutons, you're going to find a world of a difference. One of the things about the croutons you can also do is you can put them on soup, especially a nice cream of broccoli. That's going to be good. Okay? So what we're going to do right now is we're going to learn a little bit about making the crouton butter. And by the way, these aren't just any old croutons. These are Curlee's croutons. All right, so the first thing we need is some butter. And again, the measurements will be in there, but this is salted butter. I'm going to put that into the mixer. Now, I just got this mixer from a friend. Okay, so I'm going to take this butter here. I'm going to put it in there. It's got to be kind of soft where you can push your finger into it really easily, right? This is a new blender, so I'm going to try it out. Last time I tried using a different technique, and it was kind of a struggle on this video, but it worked out. It always does, right? All right. Oops, excuse me. All right, so we're going to put that in there, and then we're going to add a little bit of garlic and lemon juice. But before we add that, we're going to kind of mix them together in a cup here, okay? So there's the garlic, right? And then here's the fresh squeezed lemon juice. I'm going to mix that together a little bit, and we're going to add that into the butter. And we're going to stir this up. Okay? I'm going to make some noise. Maybe I can put some music on here. I don't know. I'm going to try that. Woo-hoo! All right. See that? And then I'm going to add paprika. Okay? And just a little bit of Italian herbs or a classic herb mix. Okay? And mix that all around. And I'm going to just kind of get that off the edges a little bit. See if we can mix that up a little bit better. Okay? Sometimes I'm trying new things. And I just don't know if I should be doing that while I'm doing a video. It always works out though, right? The main idea that we're making some delicious food. And this is for the holidays. I really challenge you to try these kind of dishes because they are really, really good. Okay? Alright, so now we've got that done. I think we're in pretty good shape. We can kind of mix it around a little bit differently by hand. I think we've got it. It mixed up pretty good. All right, you see that in there? So then we're just going to mix that up a little bit. Okay. See how you got that paprika color there a little bit, right? You really want to mix that up good though. All right, then we're going to use a spatula. Now, the recipe that I put in here under the descriptions is enough for making garlic butter again. And I like doing that just because then it's a little easier the next time out, where you might be get into the habit of making croutons all the time because they're delicious. I'm telling you, it makes a big difference. You know, and to be honest with you, I mean, it's kind of pushing it, but you can almost have them as a snack. That's how good they are. Okay? So now we're going to put them out here, and we're going to put them on a plate. Okay? Got it all mixed up here. Nice here. Garlic butter. I mean, excuse me, I keep calling it garlic butter. It is garlic, but it's crouton butter. Okay? So I've got the crouton butter here. And then remember I said this is half. So I'm going to take the half over here, and I'm going to put the other half over here. And then what we want to do is we want to put it in the microwave a little bit. Now it's pretty soft already. But the rest of this you can put in the freezer. Again, put a little parchment paper, if you're familiar with parchment paper. Okay? And we can put it in the microwave. So I'm going to walk over here and put it in the microwave just a little bit, okay? All right. So I've got it in the microwave for just, you got to watch it now. You don't want it to, you don't want the butter to really melt a lot. You just want it to be kind of creamy, right? So it can coat. Got to keep an eye on it. Hey, how you doing over there? Ho, ho, ho! All right. All right, this looks pretty good. So then I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Okay. You gotta be really careful because you don't want it to melt too much. You want it to have a little bit of that coating on it, okay? Yeah. I hope everybody's got their holiday shopping going. Now see that there? I might have melted it a little too much, to be honest with you, okay? And I don't want to do it over, but see how that is like that? See how it's kind of creamy? That's probably a little too much. It's cold, right? But that's a little too runny, to be honest with you, but it will be okay. All right, so now I'm going to take a look at what's going on in here. That might give it a little chance to harden up too. Okay. All right, good. We got it going good. Well, it's still a little soft. It's a little bit crispy, but just to show you the process here, I'm going to put it in the bowl, okay? So, a little crispy. I can feel that it's drying out, but the inside's a little soft yet. So I would recommend going a little bit longer, but just for the sake of the video and the process, I'm going to keep going, okay? So we're going to put all this in here. And then we're going to put that garlic, one more time, I'm done. Somebody help me. The crouton butter, Curlee's crouton butter, all right? All right, so we've got the croutons in here now, right? I'm gonna put some gloves on. Now, I just happen to have rubber gloves for cleaning and cooking too, but I would recommend getting gloves, by the way. Anyways, just makes things a little easier sometimes for both those purposes, cleaning and cooking. Okay, and then I'm gonna drizzle or kind of pour the butter in here, right? All right. And then I like putting a cheese in here too, but first we've got to mix that. I'm going to put it in with my hand. I'm probably showing the video right now, right? But you got to make sure you really get those croutons going, because if you miss a spot, you're missing the flavor, right? So this is really where you have to perfect it. You want to really take your time. And even though you feel like you got it coated, I would highly recommend that just keep going at it, spin it around. You might not see it, you might miss something, and you don't want to, right? So we're going to put it all around like that. And then we're going to add the Romano cheese, okay? And you know what? Cheese is always delicious, so a lot of cheese. Yeah, on this particular recipe, it's a 1/4 cup. Okay, and you're gonna mix that up really good. So what do you got in there? You got paprika, garlic, lemon juice, salted butter, right? And then Romano cheese. And again, just like this, you want to spin the bowl around and mix it all up really good. And then the key to this is you have to take parchment paper. The parchment paper will allow those croutons not to burn on the pan, right? And they'll be a little more gentle, okay? So I'm going to pour those in there. See how that looks? Looks good, doesn't it? All right. Yeah. All right. So we're going to spread that around. Okay. You want to let it kind of give it some room, because if they stick together, they're going to be soggy, right? And you don't want to be too crispy on this, by the way. You want to put it in the oven. So just to remind you that after you cut the bread, you put it in the oven for about 250 degrees for about 10 minutes. But just keep feeling it. You'll know when it's really crispy, because you can almost it's brittle. You can almost break it all up if you squished it, right? If it's not, it's too soft. So then the butter will make it soft on the second process. But the second process, you cook it at 300 degrees, okay? But after we coat it with the butter and then put the the Romano cheese in it, okay? Then we're gonna put it into the oven for about 8 minutes, and then you wanna go back in, kind of shake it, maybe turn them over a little bit, just feel them a little bit, see how they look. You don't want them to get too brown, okay? So I'm gonna put these in the oven now. And then, ta-da! Yes, there they are. Look at how delicious they look. Imagine these guys on there. They're like little garlic breads, you know? But they are so delicious with that Romano cheese, right? Paprika, lemon juice, fresh lemon juice, right? It's just delicious. But you can try this on any salad. I said it's about 4 to 8 servings. I think that's pretty accurate. You know, if you look at that, right? Probably 4 would be a little, you'd have to really be a crouton hog. But I think 8 would be 4 to 8. I think that's a great number, right? But I promise you, try these. You'll say they're the best croutons. But remember, they're Curlee's croutons. Okay. Wow. You know what? You know what I want for the holidays for Christmas? I just want some Curlee croutons. So remember, be creative with your salad. Put whatever you like on it. But just add these croutons on it, and you're going to find that your salad is the best salad ever. One, because you like it that way anyways, but these croutons will be an excellent complement. Okay? Hope everybody has a great week. I look forward to seeing you again. And remember, amen just means I believe. And you know what? I believe in you. And I hope you believe in me. Amen.